The next thing we need to know is the concept of center of mass. All right, center of mass, ব্যাপারটা কি, how do you find the center of mass, and all of these sort of things. ঠিক আছে? Perform, describe experiment to determine position of center of mass, blah blah blah. Describe qualitatively the effect of position of the center of mass on the stability of simple objects. So first of all, let's talk about what exactly the center of mass is. So what is center of mass? Bolo. Yeah, basically it is a point through which all the weight of the object, very important, you must mention, seems to act. Acha. So seems to act keno bola hoy is because in reality all of the weight obviously doesn't pass through one point, right? If we again take our plank, ঠিক আছে, plank নিয়ে তারপর যদি আমরা কাজ শুরু করি. So এখানে for example, we know that the center of mass is basically somewhere around the middle, and a point if you like hold it with your finger or put it on a pivot or something, it's going to balance here. That doesn't mean all the weight of the plank is actually passing through this point. There's obviously every atom actually has its own weight and it's all acting downwards. A point of what happens is, if we imaginarily divide this plank into two pieces now, two parts, every atom on this side is creating a sort of anti-clockwise moment, and every atom, molecule, particle on this side is creating a clockwise moment, right? So the anti-clockwise moments on this side and that side, at this point, they cancel out. They're all equal to each other. So if you hold it here, it will have no resultant moment. Does this make sense? That's why this chapter is with moments. That's why it's with center of mass, because to understand it, you have to have the concept of moments clear. Is this making sense? So usually, this point is the geometric center of an object. So if you take a square, flat piece of plastic, usually it's going to be the center. So you can take this sheet of plastic, say like this, and then if you take something sharp and pointy, then you can actually balance it around this, right? You guys have done that. You can, whenever you balance something like a pen or a calculator or your mobile, when you're balancing it on a point, or even a basketball, not exactly, but all of these sort of things, basically what you're doing is you're balancing it on its center of mass, a point where the clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moments cancel out. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
All right. So there's an experiment how to find out the center of mass. Usually for regular shapes it's very easy. You just find its geometric center and that would be its center of mass. But if it's irregularly shaped, তখন we have a problem. Problemটা কি? We can't easily identify what the center of mass is. So usually তোমাদেরকে জিজ্ঞেস করা হয় যেটা, it's a thin sheet of plastic which is also called a lamina. Very good. ঠিক আছে? So what we do with the lamina is usually we drill small holes. এখানে একটা you can drill a small hole and এখানে একটা small hole. It doesn't really matter, but they should be as perpendicular as much as possible. Then what is done is you take a clamp stand. Bad diagram, but whatever. তিনটা করা is দুইটা দিয়ে minimum and ideally 3. So clamp stand করে you hang the lamina on the clamp stand, and in front of it you hang this thing. It's called a plumb line. ঠিক আছে? Have you guys seen a plumb line ever? If you check if a wall is vertical, ঠিক আছে, মিস্ত্রিরা ইউজ করে wall check করার জন্য যে the wall is vertically up or not. Alif. So plumb line. So a plumb line is basically a line which vertically hangs like this. Does this make sense to everyone? Really easy, simple জিনিস. So এরকম ইয়ে হলো. So what we do is plumb line, if we imagine it here, এটা তো if you hang it from here, it's going to hang vertically downwards. So it would be something which goes like this, most likely এরকম একটা line হবে. And if you hang it from this end, it's going to be something, say for example like this. If you hang it from this end, you guys getting what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Once we're hanging it at say A, and then we're hanging it at again B, and say we can stick a piece of paper here so that we can draw a pencil right behind where the plumb line is. And এটা আঁকার সময় you have to be aware that you draw it at eye level. ঠিক আছে? তারপর কি হবে, যে জায়গায় intersect করবে, this is where we know the center of mass is. How can we check it? We can make a third hole, and according to what we're saying, it must pass through the same point. If it doesn't pass through, say এরকম গেল দুইটা, and the third one goes something like this, the center of mass is most likely at the center of this triangle that you end up creating. All right? Is this clear? And how do we check? Final check টা কেমন করা যায়? We take the irregular piece of lamina and যে জায়গায় আমরা দাগাইছি ওইখানে we put a pin and try to balance it. Again, দেখো, it's the same concept. We're just putting it on top of the object, and that is the basic concept of center of mass. Is this clear?
Yes.
All right.